franchises here, bud.
Play ball! Hey, gang, it's another episode of the franchise, and we're finishing up the Bad News Bears franchise. You might call this the ninth inning. Huh? All right. I'm Daniel Ehrenberg, the coach of the franchise, and over there is my top prospect, Logan Adair. What's up, buddy?
Yep, it's just me over here swinging the bat, getting ready, dusting off my heels, getting ready to run to
That's
first
right.
base.
A regular Bronny James.
Yeah, that's right.
I heard he scored a lean, mean 4 points in his first game. Great stuff.
Well, he hasn't had
Logan-
any real games.
I know. But in an exhibition game, he went like 2 for 12 or something. Not great. All right. Logan,
Yes.
we are finishing the Bad News Bears this week. We're going to spend the next 2 weeks talking about new movies because this has been a franchise-heavy summer. Franchise-heavy summer.
Wow, I like that.
All right. Yeah, that's our new segment, Franchise-Heavy Summer.
I'll clip that out, and that'll be
Great. Looking forward to it.
Franchise-heavy summer.
But we've still got the two Bad News Bears to talk about. First, they're going to Japan, baby, with Tony Curtis. And then they're getting remade in 2005 by Richard Linklater. And we're going to talk about both of these exciting films right now. Are you pumped?
I'm really not at all. I don't have a thing to say about either one of these movies.
Me neither. This is gonna be a short episode, and I'm totally fine with that.
We can talk about the Linklater, the Link Man. That'll be good.
The Link,
You
the
love
Linky
him.
boy.
We can
Did
rank
you watch
him.
some Linklater?
I didn't do it.
That's quite all right. Logan,
I've been sad.
Logan's been sad.
I've been so sad.
It's true. Can we talk about your nervous breakdown on the show?
No.
No,
I mean, if you want to have
it's
something
not-
to say,
it's
you
not
can
a real nervous breakdown. Like I had a nervous breakdown. Like
I didn't even get into like the real thing. That's like
I know.
Upset
I don't
me.
even know all the deets.
no. I'll tell you tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to that. But for now, we'll talk about the Bad News Bears, baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Saying goodbye to our old friends that we like, Tanner, Ogilvy.
Well, Ogilvy's not even in this one, is he?
That's what I'm saying. We're
But
saying
Tanner's
goodbye.
it's just recasting, right? But Ogilvy, the character, is gone.
Tanner's in this movie. Like, there's a kid that's supposed to be Tanner.
Isn't there was like a new kid who kept screaming the whole movie, and I thought that he was meant to be Tanner.
I have no idea. None of the kids in this third Bad News Bears movie have a character really. It's just like a team. It's like a mush of kids that are the team, and then Jackie Earl Haley off to the side.
You're right. I don't even see Tanner in the credits here. You're right, but we do get a new kid. Raheem has a little brother, so that was a pretty fun part of the
Yeah,
movie.
he gets probably the most screen time of any of the kids, including Jackie Earl Haley. He's
Yeah.
all over this fucking movie. What's his name? Mustafa?
Mustafa Akkad, you know that guy? He's cool. He's the Halloween.
Did he produce
producer.
Halloween? Yeah.
Yeah, and now his daughter does it, I think.
Yeah. I heard Barry Jenkins is making a biopic about his life.
Mustafa Akkad?
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
That's a joke because he's making that new Mustafa movie, The Lion King.
Oh, it's Mufasa. You thought that guy's name was Mustafa?
Yeah, I fucked that up. God damn it.
That's hilarious.
All right. Let's talk about Bad News Bears Go to Japan. We've got a new director here. His name is John Barry.
Bear E.
Oh, you think that's how
Bad
he got
News
the job?
Barry.
Yeah, Bad News Barry. I hope we called him that on the set.
I bet.
And the writer of the original, Bill Lancaster, he's back to write this bad boy. And I don't get why or how. Like, I mean, this is the man who wrote the original Bad News Bears and The Thing, and this is the only other movie he ever wrote. I mean, and this movie is a terrible, terrible fever dream of a shit. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's interesting to see his name in the credits.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Was there even any baseball in this movie?
Of course there was. They played an exhibition game, and then they played a game at the end where they tied with the
Okay.
Japanese kids.
I'm having trouble remembering. I just remember like they go to Japan and then they start like they're like, oh yeah, let's pivot to wrestling. Let's be a wrestling
Yeah,
film.
there's that, and there's like a whole segment on a talk show.
Oh my god, that was so long.
Yeah, the movie is interminable.
It sucks. This is a really
it-
terrible movie.
I watched it as a kid, and I remember thinking it was bad even as a kid. But like as an adult, I don't even know what I'm watching half the time.
Yeah, you can't even feel like the fabric of the old movies. It just feels like a bunch of little kids hanging out.
It really does. And like so many of them are different that like even the ones that came back I didn't really recognize. Like I was like, is that Ahmad? Like I can't even tell or care.
Yeah, I recognized him in the fat one, but that's really
It was
it.
the fat one from the second one.
Fat. Yeah, 2 and 3. That's right.
Right. Okay. What a life. You think he's still alive?
That's a good question. Probably not. He was pretty
I-
fat.
Yeah. Unless
I like
he,
to think so.
I don't know. Even weight loss, like sometimes isn't that good. Remember Billy Bob from Varsity Blues? He lost all that weight. It like fucked with his heart.
Really. He
Yeah.
seems to be still alive. He's Jeffrey Lewis Star.
Jeffrey Lewis. Jeffrey Lewis is that guy from the Cosby Show that they caught working at Trader Joe's. Remember that?
I do remember that. So that's also this guy, Jeffrey
Wait.
Star.
That might not be Jeffrey Lewis. I think Jeffrey Lewis is the name of Juliette Lewis's dad, actually.
Okay,
He's in
well,
stuff. What's the name of that guy from the Cosby Show, though?
I have zero clue. I would have believed you.
God damn it!
I remember that story though.
Yeah, that was a wild story. Jeffrey
Why is it that wild?
Owens. That was his name, Jeffrey Owens.
Okay.
Sorry to Jeffrey Owens. He's not at the Trader Joe's anymore. He's been getting work. I see him turn up and stuff. All right, gang. Let's talk about John Barry, Bill Lancaster just came out June 30th, 1978. I don't know the budget, nor do I care really.
Probably $8
but it
million.
made it made $7.3 million at the
Oh.
box office, and it came in at number 39 for the year, between the Buddy Holly story with Gary Busey and Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which is a terrible musical with the Bee Gees with Beatles music in it. It's one of the great bad movies ever.
I don't understand. Those are two different bands.
Right. Okay. So like they couldn't get the Beatles to star in a movie anymore because they weren't together anymore. All right. So they were like, let's make a movie using Beatles songs, but we'll get the Bee Gees to play the Beatles.
No way.
They're not playing the Beatles though. They're playing like it's basically they took the Beatles album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and they tried to adapt that into a story. And so the Bee Gees are playing the titular Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
What the hell? How did that happen?
I can't really explain it beyond what I just said. Like that's it. But it's a great bad movie. It reminds me a lot of it's you know what it is? It does for the Beatles what the Star Wars holiday special did for Star Wars.
That's pretty confusing to me. I
Yeah,
thought you were gonna say the thing everyone says it did for them what Jaws did for sharks.
No.
I don't understand the holiday special thing.
Like you know how like the holiday special, it's like a kitschy like TV variety show fever dream version of Star Wars. It's
Right.
like if you're a fan of the Beatles and you want to see a kitschy like fever dream television variety show version of that, you could watch this movie.
How are the Bee Gees as actors?
Not good, but
No.
Donald Pleasance does show up in the movie and he's pretty good.
Okay, he's always great.
Yeah. And there's some robots. There's some Beatles songs sung by robots, and George Burns sings "Fixing a Hole."
All right, so tune into that, guys.
So tune into
What's the name of that again?
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
All right, there we go.
Hey, by the way, you know who's on the cover of that album? Because that album's like a big collage of famous people.
Share.
No, the Tony Curtis the star of
Whoa!
Bad News Bears Go to Japan. How about that? I brought it back.
There we go. How about that?
Yeah.
I didn't understand this guy's whole deal. It's such a weird plot.
Yeah, I didn't really either. So Tony Curtis, the classic star, classic movie star, the dad of Jamie Lee Curtis. He starred in The Sweet Smell of Success with Burt Lancaster, Bill Lancaster's
shit.
father. All
That's
right.
cool.
So many weird connections to be made here. And he plays, what's his character's name? Do you have that?
Oh, good God.
I mean, no one could possibly.
Marvin
care.
Lazar.
Thank you. Marvin
Cool name,
Lazar.
actually.
Yeah. He plays like a movie producer or a TV producer fella. And he's
So
sort
things
of,
aren't going so well.
No. He owes a lot of people money, and he doesn't really know how to get that money. There's a line where he says that he could have bought Roots if he'd read the manuscript.
Yeah, but he missed out.
So like someone sent him Roots, and he was like, like as he was going to produce Roots, and he was like, a movie about slavery that'll never make money. And then somebody else produced Roots, and it was the biggest miniseries of all time. Like literally, it might still be the biggest miniseries of all time.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So not a great move by Lazar.
What about
All right, he missed out on that.
Watchmen?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm trying to name other miniseries.
Oh,
miniseries.
yeah, that's a miniseries. But Roots was like on network TV at a time when that really mattered, and like the ratings were like ridiculous. It was like 2/3 of American TVs were turned on,
Right.
Like tuned into Roots.
It's hard. It's impossible to compare those different eras.
Totally. Like nothing today can match shit that was on in the 70s just because there were 3 networks.
And even if it's impossible to tell because of all the different ways people watch stuff. Like there was one
True.
way people watch stuff back then, and you could calculate it.
True. Like now, I feel like you can't even look at ratings. Like you have to calculate shit through Zeitgeist. Like I feel like the number one show in the world right now is The Boys, just because I hear about it all.
Or
the
The
time.
Bear.
Yeah, I guess
Those two are huge. But yeah, it is. It's more just like what's the biggest thing on Twitter more than like what's
right
numbers or anything like that.
Yeah, big time. All right. So Lazar, he's watching. Well, first, we skipped the very opening of the film, which is an animated opening credits. You know how I love them.
Yeah, very awesome.
Yeah. And this one had geisha girls in it. A lot of geisha talk in this movie. Those are prostitutes.
Yeah, we just talked about that because of Mike Boogie.
That's
Geisha
right.
House.
And I told once again the story of when I went to go see Memoirs of a Geisha, and the girl I was on a date with told me it wasn't a date in front of the concessions person.
Right. Very sad story.
Yeah. Right. Not great stuff. But so weird to have a lot of prostitute shit in this movie. Like Jackie Earle Haley, when he meets like his love interest, he's like,
she's a geisha.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, have some chill.
Yeah, he's excited.
Yeah. That's my favorite part of the movie.
The love.
Jackie Earle Haley. Yeah. And it's really only my favorite part of the movie because of the behind the scenes on it.
Okay, tell me.
All right. Them two were fucking.
Oh my God, I love it.
All right. Jackie Earle and his Japanese geisha love interest in this film. They fell in love, gang, on the set of filming, spent all their time. Then they tried to date after the movie ended, and they realized neither of them speak the same language. And they had to break up.
Yeah, but so this whole time they're on set together. She doesn't speak English, but they speak the language of love.
Fucking in Jackie Earle's trailer, baby.
Incredible story.
I love it. So I watched this movie and I'm just like, look at the heat between these two teens.
Yeah, that's what I'll do next time. Next time I don't watch this movie.
Yeah.
Next time I think about it.
Which will be never.
Right.
All right. So Lazar is watching a news report in America. The news report is about the Japanese Little League.
Yeah, he's
I'm
in no
like, why-
man's land.
How
right
is
now.
this a news story on American
don't know.
television?
But he gets an idea.
Yeah. So like, Bad News Bears won that game at the Astrodome in breaking training, right? So they earned the rights to play the Japanese Little League team, but the American Little League organization like decides they're not going to pay for them to go to Japan. So they're just not going to play that team. But they want to raise money to do it. And so Lazar comes up with the idea, like, I'll produce this Little League event as a broadcast. I don't know why he thinks like people are going to watch this.
I think because he saw them on TV. So he's like, oh, they must be popular because they were on TV.
But it was just like a random news report.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. But he thinks that like by doing this, it'll get him back out there and he'll get more opportunities.
Yeah.
It's like but it's like I've never heard of this. Like a guy who does like TV production stuff decides to coach a team and then turn that into a production.
It's not. I don't think he's meant to coach them. He just sort of falls into that role because the Bad News Bears, ever since Walter Matthau left, just perpetually don't have a fucking coach.
Well, they had the Leakstad in the last movie.
Yeah, I know. But now where's he?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not even mentioned in this one.
No, we forgot about him.
Hey, maybe kicked Leak to the curb.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, so he decides he's gonna, for some reason, produce a Little League television broadcast in Japan,
Exactly.
and that's gonna resurrect his career.
Did it work? I don't remember. At the
It
end,
must
does he
have.
have
I feel like there was a happy ending. Like I don't know if like we didn't really learn about his producing career so much at the end, but you know we had decided he was a good guy by that point, and that was the big win.
Right. He helps these kids along the way.
Right. He helped these kids, and the whole movie, Mustafa is telling us like he's a good guy, and the other boys are like, I don't know, man. He seems like a fucking snake oil salesman to me. But then at the end, like he's like, see, I'm right. He's a good guy, and they're like, you're right, fucking Mustafa. You knew all along.
I thought he was kind of nice. I did like his relationship with the little boy, the little brother that we bring along. I enjoyed that.
There's too many scenes of it. There's
Right.
so many scenes of Tony Curtis just yapping with this little black kid. It reminded me. Do you remember Kids Say the Darndest Things?
Nope.
All right. Well, that was like a show in the 60s or 70s or something, and then they like remade it when I was a kid, and Bill Cosby was the host of it. Okay. And Bill Cosby, it would just be Bill Cosby interviewing little kids and seeing what crazy shit they'd said.
Oh my God.
That's all this. I felt like I was watching Kids Say the Darndest Things with fucking Tony Curtis.
Yeah, that's a good parallel. I like that.
Yeah.
I believe is that the second Bill Cosby reference this episode?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jeffrey
He's
Owens.
like Beetlejuice. Let's not bring him up again.
Oh,
He might
it's a
show
good
up.
point, man. Yeah. Or else my cavity will be filled. No, he likes ladies. Logan.
By the way, that'll be a fun episode. Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, we'll do
Easy
that
one
when that
episode.
comes out. I feel like we also need to do Twister.
Oh my God, that's what I was thinking of whenever I was thinking about movies.
Oh really? All right.
Yeah,
So
Twister's coming out this week. I think.
let's go. I don't think is it this week?
I have seen a lot of people watching Twister, the first one, and people
Let's
getting
go-
real excited.
Let's go see that in theaters. I want to see that in theaters.
When though? Should we do like between this week and next week?
No, we'll do it. We'll do it. Like it doesn't matter when you see it, but we'll do the episode after we do the two catch up ones.
Okay, I like that.
All right, and we'll let you know what that is at the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he takes them out to a lovely dinner at a fancy restaurant where they all order steaks,
Right.
and Jackie Earl Haley hits on a waitress, which is
Mhm.
good, but not in the same scene. Here's the key to Jackie Earl Haley in this movie: is like all the other boys are at the table with Tony Curtis. Jackie Earl Haley never makes it to the table.
Really?
Did you notice that?
I thought
No.
I thought he might have like left the table or something.
He's never at the table. Okay. We just cut to him in a different part of the restaurant hitting on a waitress. Now, I don't know what Jackie Earl Haley was doing at the time of the Bad News Bears go to Japan, or how high his star had risen, or if he literally just wanted more time in his trailer to be fucking his girlfriend. But I he's never in the scenes with the rest
Right.
of the team.
Yeah,
It, like,
he fully has his
any-
own story. This whole
Yeah.
movie.
Anytime it's a group scene, okay, it's like the Bad News Bears like goofing around getting ready for bed and Tony Curtis getting frustrated, or like the Bad News Bears take a ride on a train. Anytime it's all the team together, you never fucking see Jackie Earl Haley. You just have to sort of like assume he's around.
Yeah. I don't know if that could easily be Jackie, something with Jackie going on there, or that could have just been like how they made the movie. Like all Kelly's stuff is just he's having his own romance because we don't know what to do. This
But it
movie's
must
too
have been a
short.
scheduling thing, right?
I really don't know. I do think
Maybe
you're right. But it
maybe
could be
they
the other way.
only brought Jackie Earl to Japan. Like the rest, the Bad News Bears shit was shot in America, and Jackie Earl's stuff was shot in. I mean, and I'm
Yeah.
only assuming that because he had the Japanese girlfriend.
Right. The other ones they could be anywhere. It's just them all together. That
Right.
could very well be possible.
Yeah, right.
Something weird took place.
Something super weird took place.
But he's probably the MVP. So.
It's like in that movie, Would You Rather? Like there's a detective guy. We just always cut away to that guy.
No way.
He's detecting off
The British
to the side.
Is
Yeah.
detective in that movie?
yeah, but we only cut away. It's a guy from The Wire, and we just cut away to him sometimes.
I literally don't remember that at all. Do you remember who it is?
Am I thinking of the right movie?
You could be. I just don't remember it.
I think it's D'Angelo from The Wire. Lawrence Gilliard Jr. I think is his name. Yeah, I just looked it up. I talked about it in my review. A fourth build Lawrence Gilliard Jr.'s whole part looks like it was filmed in about 2 hours on vacation with the executive producer Andre Royo, who was also in The Wire.
Oh shit! Yeah, this is Bob from The Walking Dead.
Yes.
He was also he's one of the football players in The Water Boy. He's like on special teams
Oh my god.
in the Water Boy. When the first time I watched The Water Boy after seeing The Walking Dead, I popped. It was like the first time I remember like popping for like an actor from like another. I was like, oh, that's Bob from The Walking Dead.
Dude, you're gonna
I got
lose
so
it when you
excited.
watch The Wire.
Really?
Yeah. There's
Dude.
so many. By the way, half of The Wire was in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I bet.
Bernthal,
Was he ever on The Wire? He'd be great on The Wire.
he would be great on The Wire. I feel like there were dudes like him on The Wire all the time, but I don't think he ever was.
He could have been the star of The Wire.
If they reboot The Wire, he could play McNulty.
Wow.
All right. Or a Sabatka. I could see him playing a Sabatka as well. Wire fans know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't.
All right. So after this, the boys they go on Regis Philbin's show. I was very excited to see a young Regis Philbin.
I was too, actually. I was excited.
Were you? You popped for Regis?
I did. Love Regis. Is he dead?
Yeah.
These days?
He is dead. Yeah.
So.
But I loved Regis, man. When I was like a really little kid, dude, like literally like 2-3 years old, I remember my mom used to, I don't know, I guess she had work or something. She would drop me off with like our neighbor who was like an old lady. And I was 2-3 years old, so maybe she was 32 years old. Like,
Right.
I have no fucking idea, but like it felt like an old lady to me. And she every day she would watch Regis and Kathy Lee, and
So she was
like
probably in her 50s.
probably.
Okay.
So like I just like that. Regis has been a part of my life literally since I could remember existing.
Yeah. So you were probably pretty sad when he died.
I was like, but he lived a long life. Like he was old as shit when he died. And
88. It's not the oldest anyone's ever lived.
No, it's true. Isn't that just basically the age of the two dudes running for president?
Good call.
But no, but I felt like he lost something. Like Regis would like pop up occasionally on like Kelly Ripa's show or like whatever, and he always looked like he was a little slower than he once was.
Oh, that's sad to see.
Yeah.
He's been in a ton of stuff though.
And hey, listen, man, he had his one last hurrah. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It was the #1 show on TV. They were airing that shit like 4 or 5 new episodes a week.
You ever watch it?
I watched it every night. Loved
That's
it.
crazy.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh wow, I like that.
Thank you. I was really into it. I was part of that phenomenon fully.
Wow.
Like I remember the first time someone won $1 million, like really being excited about that.
Was it that one guy who like calls his dad? He's like, up there and
No,
he
I
calls
don't
his
think
dad,
that.
like, hey, I'm about to win. I don't actually need your help on this final question. Some guy
That-
does that.
That is a baller move. I remember that, but I
think
could
his
be
name
wrong
was
about
John
this, but
Carpenter.
I don't think it's the first one.
Okay, that's the only one I can really think of. I don't even know if it's that show or not. I just know some guy calls.
No,
it's like,
it definitely is. That's a classic TV moment.
it's crazy. That's so cool.
Yeah, so baller.
Yeah.
All right, L Dog. On the Regis show,
By the way, that guy's name, that winner, his name was John Carpenter. I was right about that. That's crazy.
you remembered that.
Well, because it's John Carpenter. That's wild. Why is his name John Carpenter?
I'm not sure, man. Did Bill Lancaster ever write one?
I don't know.
So on the Regis show, they say that they have a PO box set up, for donations for their trip to Japan,
Mhm.
and they say we made the PO box number 1941. You know, like Pearl Harbor.
Why is that a funny joke?
Because Japan, like what? Like they're going to visit Japan,
Oh, right,
and they're
right.
like, "That's our connection with Japan." Is remember that time they brutally attacked us, and then we fucking dropped nukes on them?
Yeah, they should have made it the happiest day in Japan's history. We made our PO box 1912 because you guys had a great year that year.
What was the happiest moment in Japan's history? Was
I
it
don't
when
know.
Pokemon premiered?
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like today they're doing pretty well.
Are they?
I don't know. I feel like
I
yeah.
hope so. Yeah, I feel like you're probably right. Japan seems cool. Like everyone's real chill about porn over there.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Japan.
Don't they not fuck each other? Isn't that a problem with Japan? Is they're having trouble making new Japanese people because no one's fucking?
That might be true. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I read that.
But that would be like one of my top 5 places I'd love to go. Japan. That'd
Same.
be really cool.
That would definitely be on that list. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'll never go because I'm poor.
Right. It's very
Guys,
advanced over there.
listen to He Swift. All right, Patreon.com/the franchise. Maybe I'll go to Japan one day.
She's been.
All right.
She had to have been.
Who had? Oh, Taylor.
She put on shows over
Oh,
there.
are you
probably.
kidding me? I bet she sells out Japan.
Yeah.
I bet she like memorizes one of her songs in Japanese, and the
I was
crowd
trying to
really
think
pops
which
for
one.
it.
You Belong With Me would be crazy. All the lyrics in that one.
Nah, I think it would be Blank Space.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. If that song in Japanese,
You want to try it?
I don't know any Japanese, dude. It would just be me talking gibberish, and I hate
That's
when
what I
people do
wanted.
that.
Okay.
You can't get me with that shit.
I'll try to get
Logan.
you.
Don't get me canceled.
I don't think that would work.
No, you have to, have made a name for yourself to get canceled.
I would if that happened though, I would just play the last episode we recorded of you. That would probably do it.
What was that? Oh,
I'm just thinking of
you
any
cut out?
episode.
What about?
Oh
the
no,
thing in the
I'm
first-
just thinking of any episode. Honestly.
There was a thing in the first Omen episode we had to cut out.
Yeah. But I'm thinking of just any episode. I could just
Yeah,
play
alright.
the last episode.
Yeah, just whatever I was talking about, probably.
Yeah.
and me. All right, so they go to Japan. All right, as the title tells it. Like this is
They
a
weren't
spoiler.
lying. You got what you
Yeah.
paid for.
Right. The guys in this movie, the Bad News Bears go to Japan.
Yeah.
All right. And they go, they play like an exhibition game, and they're real bad during it for some reason.
Because I saw.
And because they're the Bad News Bears, I guess. Did you notice that, in this franchise, we like to play like old classical music as like the score?
Well, Carmen
Yeah, we played Bizet's Carmen in the first one, but in this one they kept using the theme from the Mikado.
Okay.
And what's weird about that is that Curb used to use that all the time as part of its score.
Okay.
So there were tons of scenes in this movie where I just felt like I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Really, they play just the Curb Your Enthusiasm music?
It was like, you know, that dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, that played like 6 times in this movie.
Wow, didn't catch it. But that's
Yeah.
incredible. Curb had the best
Yeah.
music ever.
Well, yeah, because they used all like public domain classical music, and that's, I guess, what this did too.
All right.
All right. So I like shows that do that, by the way. The only 2 I could think of are Curb and It's Always Sunny, and they both do it really well. All right. So in Japan, there's this whole section of the movie with Antonio Inoki.
I don't know what that is.
Did you not really? That didn't mean anything to you?
Tell me what that is.
All right. You know, we host a wrestling show called the Sunday Night Wars.
That was who that guy was?
What do you mean?
The cool, like, big guy?
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he was like one of the better parts of the movie.
Yeah, totally. So, but I didn't understand what he was doing in the movie or anything. Like, there's this whole section of the movie that's about like a wrestling match, except first they do a karate exhibition, and there's like a weigh-in. They do a lot of shit that doesn't actually happen for wrestling matches, but then there's a wrestling match. But Inoki is the founder, Logan, of New Japan Pro Wrestling, the number 1 Japanese wrestling company. He's a big deal. He's sort of like the Ric Flair of Japan.
That is huge.
Yeah. So, you know, it was great to see. Like, for me, he's the biggest star in the movie.
You could make a case, honestly, for the MVP. I really enjoyed it, but I'm gonna go with Jackie Earl for this one. But he's probably runner up. Great presence.
Yeah, I might go with him as my MVP, just because like it was valuable to me. Like, I was bored watching this terrible piece of shit, and then at least in those scenes, I was like, "Hey, look."
I hadn't given Jackie my MVP yet, so I want to on this one.
All right,
but if
sure.
not, I might go with him. I enjoyed Antonio.
Hey, I'm gonna give Jackie Earl my MVP. Jackie Earl's dick.
Yeah,
My
that was really
MVP
super valuable.
That shit. I mean, congrats, buddy.
Yeah, way to go.
Way to go.
Hats off.
Pal. I mean, he got her with no Japanese.
That's
There
actually
was a
pretty
language
cool.
barrier.
Has
He
to be a big
looks like
confidence
child
boost.
molester, even though he's a child, still managed to get laid.
It is wild. Like, he had to left Japan. Like, I'm the man. I am.
I know,
the
and
man.
then I feel like he wasn't in another movie until Little Children after this one.
No way. You're lying.
I don't know, like what? Because I feel like he's one of those dudes that like retired for a long time.
I didn't know that. I thought he was just always
Yeah.
floating around.
No, like he had like he couldn't get shit made. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, he would do shit here and there, but look, he doesn't do anything between 1986 and 1990, and then he doesn't do anything between 1993 and Little Children. So like he didn't
Wow.
act for 13 years, and then he got put in Little Children, got nominated for an Oscar.
Jesus Christ. All those roles we missed out on from Jackie Earl.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, and I feel like he would have been good in the 80s. Like he could have been a brat packer.
That's like when Pacino took a break for some reason, like for like 4 years in the 80s.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what that was about.
I don't either. Do you think they were just like, Coke is so good? don't
Yeah,
need-
I gotta do this. For a
Let's
bit.
stop acting. I can act
Honestly,
later.
maybe. Who knows?
I'm not even joking. Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
literally, that might have happened.
that has to be part of it. All right. So
I feel like we spent
wanna
enough
talk
time on
about?
this movie.
me too. There's a long sequence at a Japanese variety show because Japanese variety shows are pretty famous. But it's boring and it goes on forever and it's never
They
fun.
sing like 4 songs. It really is a long time.
They really do. Yeah, they're singing in it. It's terrible. And then it's one of those things at the end where they play like the whole movie. It's like the big spirit of competition between the Japanese and the Americans, and at the end, everybody's friends.
It's how those other movies are. It's more about the spirit of just playing the game.
Right. What do you give it?
I gotta go one.
Yeah, same.
Shit.
MVP for you, Jackie Earl. For me, Antonio Inoki. LVP, who do you got?
I really don't know who's bad.
Everyone's bad, dude. I was thinking about going with that real little kid, but you seem to think he was all right.
He was cute. I enjoyed their scenes together.
God, kids say the darndest things. Here, I'm looking at the cast here. Ugh.
I don't know.
I hated that guy. I hated that guy. There were a lot of bad characters in the movie.
I might go this guy George Weiner because I remember.
Dude, that was what I was reacting to when I said I hated that guy.
Yeah, he plays network director.
And he's a good actor. Like this dude, George Weiner, he's still acting today. He's been in a bunch of Coen Brothers movies. He's like, he's good, but he is so annoying in this.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. I just found him annoying through here. Yeah, he is in some stuff.
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
Yeah. Yeah. What else?
Fletch.
Oh yeah, I just saw him in The Taking of Beverly Hills. Remember I watched that action movie?
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, and he was a regular on Hill Street Blues too, which is like the first really great cop show in TV history.
He's like really still around. Station 19, Reboot, The Resident, Loot.
Yeah, he's reacted. He's reacting. Well, acting is reacting, so he is doing that. He's reacting today, guys.
He is.
He's got some shit in the works.
911, one episode.
Oh yeah, which one? I
Don,
watched it.
Season 4, episode 7. There goes the neighborhood. Looks like.
All right. The 118 rush to save a man pinned under a Humvee and a garage band that rocks out too hard. Michael turns amateur detective after noticing strange. Oh, that's good.
Really?
All right, that's subplot's good. Yeah.
All right. So there we go for Weiner.
Ooh, Buck's re-entry into the dating pool ends in disaster. I bet it did. Buck and dating, guys. Oh,
Not good at it.
all right. Yeah, he's always dealing with some problem, but now he's gay, so maybe it'll turn out all right for him. All right.
So there's Weiner. Next movie, Linklater time.
Linklater, yeah. So Ricky Links directed a Bad News Bears. Can you believe it?
It's pretty weird, but
It
makes
is
sense, I
pretty
guess.
weird. Well, he loves baseball.
Yeah, loves baseball and friendship or whatever.
Guess
Baseball
so.
in the past, being a kid.
Yeah, he does like all those things. I haven't added Hitman to my rankings.
Oh wow, yeah, I got a ranking here, but I've seen 11 of them. Oh wait, I didn't put Bad News Bears in the ranking.
All
seen
right,
12 of them.
I've got it.
Go.
Are you ready for Richard Linklater ranking?
I'm ready.
You want me to do all of mine, and then you do all yours?
Just catch up to me, I think.
Okay.
I think we'll have pretty similar. I want to compare our lists.
Okay. How many have you seen?
12.
Okay, I've seen 22.
The crazy thing is, like, 22 is obviously an insane number, but 12 is like a good number. Seeing 12 movies of the director
By one director, yeah, it's impressive. But
like I always think
prolific.
like, wow, that's pretty good compared to like anyone else I'd ever run into. I'd be like, well, I've seen 12 Linklater movies. What about you?
Right.
They'd be like,
you
4.
don't have to compare yourself to me. I'm a freak of nature.
Yeah, but I do because I'm doing this podcast with you. But yeah, compared to you, 22, and mine's nothing. But anyway, go ahead.
All right, 22 is me and Orson Welles.
Yeah, Zephron.
Yeah, it's kind of the only bad movie he's ever made. I guess it's not terrible or anything, but whatever. 21 is The Newton Boys, his Western with Skeet. Number 20 is Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
Yeah, I heard bad marketing is what I've always heard.
Well, that's true too, yeah. But it's also just an okay movie. 19 is It's Impossible to Learn to Plow by Reading Books. That's his debut. You know, people think Slacker's his debut, but he made one before that.
Oh shit! I watched Slacker because I thought it was his debut.
Well, I mean, this like no one's ever seen. Like it's included as a special feature on the Slacker DVD, but it's a feature film.
Okay.
Yeah. 18 is The Scanner Darkly, which some people really love, so you know that's fine. 17 is Bad News Bears.
Wow.
16 is Waking Life. 15 is where I'm gonna put Hitman. 14, Last Flag Flying.
I
which
thought that
is
was
an unofficial.
before I looked at his
But-
filmography. If you'd said who made this movie, I would have said Soderbergh.
No, that's a link later. And it's an unofficial sequel to Five Easy Pieces. Maybe we'll cover it someday.
Okay.
13, Fast Food Nation.
Mhm.
You want to come in at 12?
12. Last place for me, I put Tape. No, wait, never mind. Last place for me, I'm gonna go with Bad News Bears.
Okay, fair. 12 for me is Suburbia.
That's the one I wanted to get to if I could have watched any of them, but I
Yeah.
didn't do it. 11, I'm gonna do Tape.
Okay, 11 for me is. Oh, see, and I have Tape higher than
Yeah,
you,
it's
man.
crazy. You really
Yeah.
like Tape.
11 for me is Everybody Wants Some.
Whoa, that's worse than Tape. I did not expect that. 10, I put Slacker.
10, I put Apollo 10 and a half.
Yeah, I gotta watch
A
that one.
Space Age Childhood, I believe is the full title.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Number 9, Hitman, the new one.
All right, 9 for me is Tape.
Okay, there we go. 8, Bernie.
I have Bernie at 8 too.
Wow, I thought you'd have it one spot higher at number 7, but here I have Everybody Wants Some with 2
All right.
exclamation points.
I've got Before Midnight at number 7.
Wow, that's crazy. Number 6, I put Boyhood.
6 for me is Slacker.
Whoa, you really like Slacker. Number
Yeah.
5, Before Midnight.
5 for me is Boyhood.
4, this might be your number 1, but I left it here at number 4. Dazed and Confused.
4 for me might be your number 1, but I left it here at number 4. School of Rock.
Nope, that'll be my number 3.
Oh, okay. 3 for me is Before Sunrise.
That's my number 2.
My number 2 is Before Sunset.
And that's my number 1.
And my number 1 is, as you predicted, Dazed and Confused.
So yeah, so what we did is we have the same top 4, but I have it number 4. You have Dazed and Confused number 1. That's what
That's
happened
right.
there. And then everything else. Yeah, I think that's the clear top 4, and then I'd put Before Midnight and Boyhood, and I think those are his masterpieces, basically, for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I
There
think
you
you
go.
like Boyhood more than me.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You like it
But
more than a lot of people.
I haven't watched it in a long time though. I owe it a rewatch.
I loved it
Um,
when it first came out because I watched it with my family, and they were like, "This is so dumb," and it made me like it even more because I was like, "You guys are fucking so stupid. I hate you. I hate every single one of you." So that happened with that movie.
All right.
So there's
Good
Linklater,
stuff.
good filmmaker.
All right. He's a good filmmaker, and he also made The Bad News Bears. So this was written by Logan's favorite filmmakers, Glenn Ficarra and John Requa.
That's right, the 2 best guys around.
You love them.
They're great.
You know who they are?
Yeah, they did Crazy Stupid Love,
That's right. That's what I was getting to. You love Crazy Stupid Love.
but they only directed that, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Honestly, they've had a weird career because they've written a lot of movies and they got their start as screenwriters. Like they got this gig clearly because they wrote Bad Santa 2 years earlier.
Exactly.
Yeah, but since then they've kind of become just director guys, and they work a lot with that dude who wrote Crazy Stupid Love and This Is Us.
Mm-hmm. What's
His name is Fogelman, Dan Fogelman. And so these dudes directed a bunch of episodes of This Is Us, like the important episodes and shit. But they've also done I Love You, Philip Morris, which is pretty good. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
You never saw Focus, the
Nah, I
Will
never
Smith,
did
Margot
see-
Robbie
Focus-
heisting film.
I thought that was that other movie about concussions.
No, that's called Concussion.
Oh, right.
Come on.
All right. Anyway,
But Crazy Stupid Love, that's a masterpiece. I love that movie.
I know you
Basically a
love that
masterpiece.
fucking movie. And they just directed that one, didn't write it. They wrote Bad Santa, Bad News Bears, and Cats and Dogs. Those are their big movies as writers. Oh, they also
Before
wrote
this movie.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, and then later they do Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. And their next film is called King of the Jungle. And you might think that's a sequel to Jungle Cruise, but it's not. It's about John McAfee, who invented antivirus software. I watched a documentary about him once.
Oh, what a turn. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Who's the lead of that one? Invite cast.
It apparently Johnny Depp had been cast, but
Something happened there.
Yeah, something happened there, as it usually does. And now it looks like Michael Keaton's maybe attached.
All right, Michael, the big Keaton Assance is coming back.
Yeah, I love the Keaton Assance.
You know who we need an Assance from? Michael Shannon. Where's that dude been? Michael Shannon Assance.
He's in the Bike Riders.
Oh shit, Bike Ride. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because he always works with what's his face?
John Paul. I'm naming the Beatles now.
John Paul. George Ringo.
Yeah, well, what's that guy's name?
Jeff Nichols.
Jeff.
Yeah. Mud. Yeah. And Take Shelter and Shotgun Stories and Loving and
I was gonna say Cop Car, but that's the Spider-Man dude.
Yeah, that's Mark. Sorry, Mark Webb's the other Spider-Man guy. That's
Watts.
John Watts. Yeah. Who's got a movie coming out this year that I'm looking forward to?
Okay, really. I want to see Spider.
I don't remember anything about it, but I remember
Spider-Man.
that I was looking forward to it.
The new Nick Cage, Long Legs, is what I was thinking of.
Oh,
I'm like
Long
so
Legs.
excited for that movie. I hear
Are
crazy
you?
things. I hear it's like the scariest movie ever.
All
I'm probably
right.
lying, but that's what I'm hearing. So
I mean, we'll see if it could be. It could be the best Nicolas Cage horror movie. It just needs to top
Wicker
Neil
Man.
LaBute's The Wicker Man. Yeah.
He had to have done another one, right?
I don't know.
He's done like some mysteries.
8mm is pretty horrific, man.
What's the one? There's like one called like the Skeletons or 13 Ghosts. He's in some
Not in that.
mystery about something like that.
with ghosts?
Yeah. People know what I'm talking about.
What is? Do they?
No, probably not actually. I like to think so all the time.
I
But
know.
in realistic
What's
terms.
the Nicolas Cage ghost movie you're thinking of?
Hey Siri, what's the Nicolas Cage ghost movie I'm thinking of? I don't think she could pull it.
Oh, he's in Willy's Wonderland. That was kind of a horror movie, right?
No, that's not what I'm thinking of. This is from like the mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s. It's Nicolas Cage versus a ghost.
There's Pay the Ghost, but I don't think that's what I'm thinking of either.
All right, I'm looking into this right now. Is it Ghost Rider that you're thinking of?
No, damn it. No. Come on.
Season of the Witch?
No.
Drive Angry?
Okay, maybe I made this up because I can't find it.
I
now.
think you did. When's he fighting a ghost? I want to see it. The
I think
idea
I
of
made
Nicolas
this up.
Cage fighting a ghost seems very appealing to me.
No, I sound dumb. I swear to God, there was a movie like this.
Well, I'd like to see you write it, buddy, and I'll watch it.
I will. Come on, Nick.
All right, he'll do it. All right, we've got Billy Bob. He's in this movie. Oh wait, I didn't finish the stats. It came out July 22nd, 2005. I saw it in theaters, and it had a.
You're already a
budget of
fan? You're a big Linklater fan at this point?
I was huge already. Yeah, big time.
Mm-hmm.
I had Slacker on VHS because it was only available on VHS. I had to buy it off the internet.
If you had to pick, who do you like? I feel like you're two. It's between him and Spike. Who do you like more? If you had to pick one,
I think Spike's my guy,
because
but
he's New York.
I
They're pretty similar in that they're
it's-
hometown guys.
think it's higher highs. Like Do the Right Thing is better than Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, but is it better than Before Sunset or?
He's got so many. I don't know. Like to me, like my three favorite filmmakers are probably, if I'm being honest, Richard Linklater, Spike Lee, and Woody Allen. But if pressed, I think the one who's like that general aesthetic, like he could be doing anything, and I'm interested, is Spike Lee.
Yeah,
Like I would much rather watch Spike Lee's version of the Bad News Bears.
oh, that'd be fun. That would actually be really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I felt like anyone could have done this.
me too. I mean, this was really like a paycheck movie. It felt like not that he wasn't into it or whatever. I'm sure he loved working with Billy Bob. I'm sure he likes baseball and shit. But like, this is like a couple years after School of Rock, and I feel like Hollywood is giving him offers because of School of Rock. And he probably like got this offer. It was for a lot of money. It's a Bad News Bears movie. He's like, that sounds like something I could have fun doing for a few months.
Yeah, but it's super anonymous and boring. There's no flavor from him.
No, that is the problem with the movie. Because in general, I like this movie. I think the kids they got are pretty funny. Billy Bob works in the Buttermaker role. But there's just like a spark missing. The movie's an hour and 53 minutes, and you feel those minutes.
Might be the writing, honestly. I think we'll get into some of it, but it's the little bit of the Omen thing. Like, I don't think they made any positive choices.
No, you know what I noticed is the screenplays credited Glenn Ficarra, John Requa, and Bill Lancaster. And Bill Lancaster's dead by this point. So it's exactly the Omen thing, where the script was so close to the original that they had to credit the original writer.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can pretty sort of feel it. But in here, I feel like they did make changes. I just didn't really like them. Like, he has another job as an exterminator.
Yeah, that's right. He's not a pool cleaner in this one. He's an exterminator, but they still found they do a scene where they're hanging out by a pool for some reason.
But but even in the last one, he was a pool cleaner, but we don't really do that much, do we? But here we spend like full 5-10 minute long scenes.
Well, he takes the kids. He takes the kids to clean pools with him. We see the
kids. He do that?
Yeah, we see the kids cleaning pools, and then like Buttermaker's like sitting on a lounge chair drinking, and we pretty much do that here, but with exterminating.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but I felt like we got a lot more of that stuff.
Yeah,
let's
a couple more nationalities represented.
True, we have some Indian kids. Make some.
Yeah, an Indian, Armenian kid.
Yeah,
and a wheelchair kid.
Kid in a wheelchair. How does that happen? Oh, I had so many questions. That would not be allowed, would it?
I don't know. Probably not. But you know what blew me away?
What?
You ever watch that show, The Goldbergs?
Not really. Like, I know it.
Well, I mean, I never really did.
It's in the 80s?
First few episodes. Yeah, it takes place in the 80s? 90s?
I thought it was the 80s.
80s?
They look like the 80s.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Probably the 80s. But anyway, fucking the oldest son on that show was the wheelchair kid from this movie. Yeah, and he like lost a lot of weight. Like, cause he in the Goldbergs, he looks like just like a normal dude.
That actually blows my mind.
Yeah, isn't it?
That is, I did not see that at all. I haven't looked at any of these kids.
Oh God, don't! It is a bummer.
Troy Gentile, yeah. Ironically, he's not a Gentile on the Goldberg.
Well, that's true. Good point.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's crazy. I never noticed that, but you're totally right.
Yeah.
He's in Good Luck Chuck, apparently.
Wow,
I love that movie. I love it. It's fun. I enjoy it. I was a big Jessica fan.
Do you want to hear my impression of Dane Cook doing his bit about the car alarm going off?
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember it. I didn't think you were gonna say yes.
Why would I say no?
I'm a car. Turn the alarm off. Something like that. I don't know.
That's his. He does that.
Yeah. That's a great.
Pretends like he's an alarm
bit.
going like, I'm a car.
Yep.
Jesus. Did you know Dan Fogler was in Good Luck Chuck? I didn't know that. He's like, I guess his friend in that movie.
Yeah. Fogler.
Wild.
I haven't seen that guy in a while, which I'm happy about.
I guess you're right.
All right. So I remember critics at the time had a problem that this movie was too politically correct, but it's funny to think about that now because it's 2005.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is like compared to shit that comes out now, it is super not politically
so many
correct.
comments of him like looking at the lady's butt. Since I wondered how old those movies
yes,
were.
there are so many scenes of Billy Bob Thornton ogling high school girls, and or he even has like a line at one point like where he's like, I thought she was 17. That's the thing you have to say.
Yeah. He's going through lines.
Or no,
like, she said she was 18.
She said she was 18. Right.
Yeah.
That's my Billy Bob impression.
That's pretty good, honestly.
Thank you. And but it's sort of weird in the context of this movie. Like, I wish that wasn't in here because you also have him hanging out with that like 12-year-old girl who's like on the cusp of puberty or whatever.
Right.
And like
Some of the
I
lines
don't-
she had made me uncomfortable too.
same here. Yes.
It's
Talk
sort of
about
in
her
the first
boobs and
movie.
shit.
O'Neill talks about like her boobs at like her chest at one point. But here, like we've really like triple, quadruple down on it. She like talks about his penis at one point. She's like, "Yeah, you
Yeah.
must have a big dick for my mom to like you." It's like, whoa, what the hell? He makes a comment too, like, "Don't say that," but still,
I didn't care for that.
yeah, that was crazy.
I looked her up halfway through the movie because I thought she was pretty good.
I noticed the same thing.
Yeah,
say
you,
it.
you found this out.
Yeah, this was sad. This was very sad.
It was a bummer, man. She died. She
At 20.
died at 22 or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Her name's Sammy Kane Kraft. She was 20. No, you were right. She was born in 92, died in 2012. And she is really only in this movie. She was like an athlete. She was like a girls baseball player. And Linklater.
It's called softball.
What?
Girls baseball.
Girls can't play baseball?
Well, girls baseball is called softball.
No, that's just a different sport.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. There was a thing, girls baseball.
Yeah, it's like you don't call like the WNBA like the kickball league.
But there's the thing called softball, which is
I
the
know, but
sport
they
that
use a
women
different
play.
they use a different kind of ball.
And it's a different pitching style.
But I think there are men who play softball too. Like
there are
that's,
softball leagues for like
yeah.
There's like a California like actors softball league that I think John Hamm was a part of. I've heard about.
It's not like a thing where like boys are dogs and girls are cats. Boys are baseball, girls are softball. Like,
I thought
they're
that's
two
what it was.
things. Yeah.
I thought in like the real leagues, there's like the baseball for the boys and the softball for the girls. That's how I thought.
No,
it was.
I think girls can play baseball, just not in the major.
They can
leagues.
play. I just didn't think recreationally.
All right. So anyway, Sammy Kane Kraft is this girl. She was a like a youth baseball player that Richard Linklater discovered, and he popped her in this movie. And sort of like how the School of Rock kids were all just like musicians.
Yeah, I guess so. Miranda Cosgrove.
Well, yeah. I mean, like that boy who
Yeah.
played the guitar and
He
shit
died,
and-
didn't he? Well, or one of them. Somebody died in that movie.
Died? I think he might have had like DUIs.
I think the drummer died.
He's dead.
One of the kids died a couple years ago.
I follow the bassist on the Instagram. She's yeah, she's like a lesbian now, and she's pretty cool.
Well,
Anyway, the Sammy Kane Kraft, she died in a car crash in 2012, and only 20 years old. I mean, it's a huge fucking bummer, man.
huge bummer. You know who she
Yeah.
was friends with, right?
Yes, I did read this. She was best friends with Alana Haim from Haim. And apparently, Haim has a song about her. And also, if you look at Alana Haim's guitar, she has like SKK on her guitar as a tribute to her dead friend.
That's right. It's like David Cook. His brother
Oh my
Adam Cook
God.
died, and he had AC on his
I
guitar.
know. They never stop talking about it.
I
Oh,
also
baby,
thought-
put the light on when I'm gone.
I thought it was cool because AC and then he's DC, AC, DC. I thought that was cool. But yeah, they had a nice friendship. You mentioned her from Haim, but if nobody else knows her, she's the lead from Licorice Pizza. That's probably what
That's
people
right.
know her from more. But yeah,
Hey,
that
are
maybe-
you fucking kidding me? Haim is like a big band. They've
We're a movie
played Saturday
podcast.
Night Live. Yeah. So you
This
think
isn't
like,
He
people
Swift. If
listen
this was
to
He
this?
Swift, they might know. Haim.
All right. So the listeners of the franchise know her from Phantom Thread. No, is it Phantom
Licorice
Thread?
Pizza.
Licorice Pizza. I'm so sorry. And but yeah, she's Haim. One of
Yeah,
those two ladies.
but yeah, very
You know
sad
what-
story. So she's
Haim is always spelled in all caps. It's weird.
yeah.
Does it stand for something?
No, I don't think so.
Like I think it's their last name.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
What is it? Haim? It's two sister duo.
yeah, it's double sister.
That's cool.
All right, so this movie came in at number 82 at the box office between In Her Shoes and Dreamer. In Her Shoes is a movie that I like to make fun of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rented it when it first came out. I was working at Blockbuster at the time, and the only thing I remember about it is that there's a big revelation like halfway through the movie that Cameron Diaz's character never learned how to read.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then one of the characters, I don't remember who, like tries to teach her how to read. And there's all these scenes with Cameron Diaz like looking at a book, trying to sound out words.
That's
out
hilarious.
loud.
Apple.
Yeah. Right. Apple.
Wow. What's this called again?
In Her Shoes.
Who teaches her how to read? Who is the actor?
I don't remember, man. I wish I could. Tony Collette plays her sister in it, but I feel like it's a dude that's teaching her how to read. So who's the
Yeah.
male lead in Her Shoes? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah.
It's apparently Anson Mount from Inhumans, but I don't think it's him. Might be Shirley MacLaine. I don't know. Somebody's teaching her how to read in that fucking movie.
Fauerstein.
Feuerstein. Yeah, he's a good
Feuerstein?
actor. Do you remember he was on that show 9JKL?
No, I don't even know. Nobody knows.
Nobody watched that. I watched every
9JKL?
episode though. Yeah. See, it was about a dude who lives in an apartment building next to his parents, and one lives in 9J, or no, he lives between. Here's what it is. So it's three apartments right next to each other. One of them's got his parents. He's in the middle there, and he lived there first. And then on the other side of him, it's like his brother and the brother's wife or something like that. And
So he's
they live in
9K.
9J, 9K, and 9L. All right. So it's a sitcom. They call it 9JKL, and I think it's because it had JK in it.
Wow. So a lot of those apartment shows like the mess with ladies. There's the B in Apartment 23. You know that
Don't
one?
Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. I watched every episode of that too. Do you want to know about that show?
Sure. Tell me all about it.
She's best friends with James Vanderbeek playing himself.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, that's always great.
I'll watch any show with apartment numbers in the title, I guess.
Or murders happening in those buildings. You'll watch that one too.
Hey, if there are only murders in the building, I'm there.
Well, is there gossip in the building also? Is
Yeah,
it really
there's
only murders that take place?
No, it's just that they solve murders, Logan, but only murders that happen in the building.
How does it happen that much?
Well, I mean, it's happened 3 times so far. The show's renewed. Seems like it's gonna happen a 4th.
How? I don't understand.
I listen.
It's like a record.
It's an unsafe building. I would move out.
Seriously.
Oh, Logan. What I guess we have to talk about this.
Yeah, he starts to coach. I thought. Remember in the first movie when he pours out the beer and then pours like a little more alcohol on like vodka or whatever? I thought he poured way too much out. He pours like half of the can out. If you're gonna do that, at least like don't waste it. At least like drink some of that. But I understand
agree.
wanting to fill
a real
more up.
alcoholic would swig the beer and then pour in the whiskey.
Totally. I liked his move of filling more up with like full alcohol. Like but to just waste it like that, it didn't seem like a real move from a real alcoholic, you know.
That's right. Listen, as a real alcoholic, I know how that shit would have gone. We're not wasting half a can of beer.
Yeah, I didn't like that very much.
That's going down the old gullet.
Yeah.
But they also point out the beer immediately. Like Marcia Gay Harden's like, you're drinking beer, and he says it's non-alcoholic, even though it's not. But I thought that was interesting because, like, in the 70s, he shows up drinking that beer, and like no one second guesses him.
But do we notice in that one that anybody see him? I think Kelly saw him, but I don't think anyone else did.
No, dude, he's drinking the beer like in the clubhouse with all the other coaches.
All right. Yeah, we do kind of bring it up, but it's more like, yeah, it's not a big deal. Because at the end, too, with the beer, they're like, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
I think back then it was sort of like fine to drink beer around kids, but not liquor. And that's why he was pouring out the beer and putting liquor in there.
Right. That's crazy. But you're right about that.
Yeah. It's interesting. But anyway, he Marcia Gay is in this movie.
She is. Was she our LVP character from the first movie? That there was like some woman we gave LVP to. I couldn't remember.
No, I thought she was going to be, but she's not. That woman had a really small part in this movie. Marcia Gay Harden was a man in the original movie. It's like a dude starts the team on behalf of his son.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, in this movie, like we transplant that character, make it sort of like a Karen.
I like this choice actually, because then later she sleeps with him.
Yeah, they fuck.
It's kind of a
And
nice
that
move.
goes nowhere. It's just
Right.
like after they fuck, we like never see them together again for the rest of the movie.
It's just a little.
I guess she
character
just
thing, I
wanted it
guess.
once.
Yeah, I don't know, but I actually do. I guess I like that change, so that'll be one positive here.
I don't hate this movie. I'm gonna go ahead.
I don't
and give
either.
it- I'm gonna give it a 3. I think it's totally a watchable Bad News Bears remake, and I think the kids are really funny, and Billy Bob was an inspired choice to be the.
But how though? It's just like, hey, you did a thing already. Do that again.
But I don't think he's doing exactly the same thing. Like, if anything, I feel like what he's doing here is like combining his Friday Night Lights character with his Bad Santa character to create some weird amalgam.
Right. But I
'cause,
thought the
like,
writing was very. They just went back to the bad. Like
Oh,
all his
that
exterminator
I
stuff
agree with.
felt like Bad Santa.
It felt to me like the Bad Santa writers were just writing Bad Coach.
Bad
but
coach. Yeah.
I think-
Mr. Woodcock. That's him too.
Yeah, that's Bad Coach also.
Holy shit.
And School for Scoundrels is Bad Teacher.
Yeah. Well, that's another
but-
movie, isn't it? With
That's
Cameron
true.
Diaz?
Bad Teacher is also Bad Teacher. She knows how to read in that one.
That's
Um,
true.
but
Well, she's not an English teacher. I forget what kind she is.
yeah, I don't remember either. I just remember her being sexy and
And
drunk.
Timberlake, he likes her.
Yeah,
And
she's
Jason
got a
Segel.
sex scene.
It's a love
with
triangle.
Timberlake. That's
Oh,
true. Yeah. I remember there being a big sex scene.
You might be thinking of Friends of Benny's.
I might
He-
be.
he
No,
has
there's
lots of
definitely
scenes with Mila.
there's definitely a sex scene in Bad Santa. But now that you bring up Siegel, it might be with him.
Maybe I forget how I think she's like with Siegel but likes Timberlake because he's like I don't remember how it goes. Who cares?
No, I think Timberlake is like sexy and she's into him. And
Are they
Siegel's
both teachers
like
though?
yeah, and Siegel's like a nice guy gym teacher.
Right,
and
right.
And he's like, I'd be better for her.
Right. You belong with me. I wear short skirts. He wears t-shirts.
Yeah. Do you remember that there was a TV version of that?
What?
Bad Teacher. There's a sitcom version
What?
of Bad Teacher
You're
that ran
lying
for
right
one
now.
season. I swear to you, it starred Ari Grainer, who I interviewed once.
What? That's cool.
Yeah,
About what?
she was in some play, and I interviewed her about it. And it was like the only time, like as an interviewer, like I felt myself falling in love with the person.
I thought you were
I
gonna say
was
falling
like-
asleep. This is the opposite of what I thought.
I was like, oh, will you be my wife after this interview?
That's that last question. Would you marry me? Is what it says
Right,
here.
right,
So
exactly.
I guess that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, you know, this is embarrassing. I did that once. I had a phone interview with KT Tunstall. Remember her?
No, you're naming
Alright.
all these people I don't know.
Okay, her song starts "Devil Wears Prada." It's suddenly I see you.
Yeah,
And-
suddenly,
That Black Horse and the Cherry Tree. Woohoo! She had
Yeah,
those
Catherine
two big
McPhee
hits.
sang that song on
Yeah,
American Idol.
Yeah. All right. So I had a phone interview with KT Tunstall where I got to ask like 5 questions, but I didn't really have much to ask her.
Yeah.
So my 5th question, I asked her out on a date.
She said no, I guess.
Of course. She's very polite about it, though. I feel weird about it in hindsight.
Did she
But,
say she had a boyfriend?
I don't
Or she
think
was like,
we
"I'm
even went.
busy."
She just like giggled uncomfortably. But like
She was like, I'm busy
you know,
that night. And you're like, I didn't even say the night.
I was like a college kid interviewing her for a college newspaper and asking her out on a date like a fucking moron on the phone. Anyway, KT Tunstall, check her out. She's got some good stuff.
KT is weird.
Well, it's because she was a big PJ Harvey. This is one of the questions I asked her. She was a big PJ Harvey fan.
Wow.
So she wanted her name to have that same vibe.
That's fun. That's very fun.
Yeah.
Is she like Alanis? Is she a little like her?
A little.
No, I feel like she was. It's the only one I can name though. The cherry tree one. She should have had a bigger.
And
thing.
suddenly I see. Suddenly I see.
Oh right. So true.
Yeah. All right. Where were we?
I don't know. I forgot.
How did I get
He
on that
recruits
shit?
the team or whatever. It's the
Well,
same setup as the other movie.
Yeah.
It's the same movie.
Yeah, I thought they got a good Tanner.
Tanner was good, yeah, but it's there's such a difference though between like good, like solid, and dynamite. That other kid was given dynamite in the last movies.
But I mean, he's so amazing, Tanner, in the first movie that like it was gonna be tough to replace him, and I thought they did as good a job as possible.
Yeah, he's one of the
It
better
was funny.
kids.
You know what he does a lot? He throws his glove at people, which I remember doing when I played Little League Baseball.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Yeah.
like that. I feel like I didn't like the scene where he stands up for Lupus. Like that's a good scene in the first movie, and here it felt like so quick and so
Yeah.
basic, like exactly what they were. I feel like they vocalized with the point they're trying to get across. Like nobody picks on him but me, and I feel like that's not said so openly in the other movie.
It changed. Yeah, it's true. Right. We get that scene in the original where he like fights those kids. That is a better scene. But they change up the Lupus thing in this one. Instead of him getting the big catch at the end of the movie, it slips out of his glove and the wheelchair kid catches it.
Yeah, that was weird. There's a lot of
Yeah.
I didn't love a lot of the shots of the CGI baseball. I feel like that's
Nor did I. The first shot of the movie is a fucking CGI baseball.
literally.
And I'm like,
totally.
yeah.
You're right about that. I feel like I was watching this. I was like, should I even complain about the CGI baseball? But like, it started to bother me at a certain point. I was like, well, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah. There were a couple of other fun changes I thought though. I liked that when he's looking to who's gonna like sponsor the team, he goes into Chico's bail bonds. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I like the reveal in the original movie of just them like cutting to the back of their jerseys and you see Chico's bail bonds. But it's because they change it up. Like the Chico's bail bonds, just an Easter egg for fans of Bad News Bears. But then on the back of their jerseys, it's Bo Peep's Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah, you're right about that. And I'm glad you actually brought that up because I'm not even sure I would have really remembered the Chico's bail bonds, but it is talked about. I think in the third movie too, and in this one, it's kind of a big deal. Like that's what people hung on to, Chico's bail bonds.
Yeah.
But not me.
I would wear that. Like if I saw that in a store, like a baseball jersey that said Chico's bail bonds on the back, I think I'd buy that shirt.
Yeah, now that I know what it is, I would see that and think it's cool too. Actually,
Yeah, somebody get me that.
Yeah.
I should have an Amazon wish list, like OnlyFans girls do, and then like listeners can buy me bullshit like that.
I've thought about looking for well, first of all, I've thought about getting a Buffy shirt, just like any shirt that's like Buffy, any Buffy.
I have a
relation.
Sunnydale High T-shirt.
Yeah, I've seen some of those looking on Amazon and stuff, but I want one. I've been looking for the Balls poster, but as a T-shirt, and I can't find it anywhere. I was like, that'd be the coolest thing if I could find that. But according to my research, it doesn't exist. But if anyone out there can find that, send me the link.
I work with a dude who makes T-shirts sometimes. You want me to see if I can?
Yeah, show him
make
the
it
Balls
for you?
poster. Say, turn this into a T-shirt.
Okay.
That'd be incredible.
Shout out to Stacy. What's up?
And Riley. Riley Finn.
What?
From Buffy.
Oh yeah. And Riley Finn from Buffy. Yeah.
Of course.
Hey, you know what I did like?
What?
Do you remember a complaint we had about the original movie? Is that we never get to see Tatum O'Neal and Kelly Leak go on a date together?
Yeah.
We see them on a date in this one.
Really? What kind
Yeah,
of date?
they go see the Blood Farts, like some skater band. They keep calling it a skate. I don't even know what that means, but
We see them go to the band?
we see
concert?
them go to the concert. Billy Bob is chaperoning.
Yeah, no, I guess you are right about that. But I didn't like the lead up to that because I love the part where she goes into the arcade and she plays him in that game. And I love how she walks out. It's so defeated, like the take of O'Neal walking out of the thing. She looks so sad walking to the car and she's like, I lost. That's so good. And here it was so bad. The scene where she goes in, first of all, it's a skate park, which that's fine. I'm not complaining about
called
that.
Skate Lab. It was so 2005. They go into the skate park. There's like a fucking Simple Plan song playing or something. It was awesome.
Yeah. And then But that's fine. But the scene was so short. She just goes in like, if I can beat you, then this, and then the cut, and then he's like, I don't know. I feel like they made all these kids watch the movie, and they were just going like so by the numbers of what they saw in the old movie. Like the way she delivered the line, I hated. He was like, "Well, like I thought
She
you said
wasn't
you were
really an
good."
actor. He cast a baseball
I
player.
know, but the way she did it was like, "I am good. He's better." It's like, oh, come on,
Yeah.
come on. That's all you got there. Like that's such a great moment in the first movie.
Well, listen, that's what you get.
I know.
Linklater cast somebody who can convincingly throw a pitch, and she can. Like she looks powerful when she's pitching, but Tatum O'Neal is one of the great child actors of all time.
But what's crazy is she learned how to pitch, and she looks just as good, honestly, in that movie.
I know. I really do think like it's easier to teach a fucking actor to do athletic shit than it is to teach an athlete to act.
Right. That's like the complaint on Armageddon. Like, isn't it easier to teach drillers to go in space or spacemen to have a drill
astronauts to drill
rather than drillers how to go? Yeah, that's funny.
It's true.
But yeah, just the testament to O'Neal, her talents. Such a sad story about her. Maybe. I thought about that last week, like after the podcast. I was like,
both of them. I mean, this role is
true.
cursed.
True. That's yeah. It's even more sad about her. Her life was cut short.
Yeah.
But anyway, so also she has a job. In that last movie, she didn't have a job. Here, she works at a clothing store in the mall.
Well, she's selling shit on the side of the road in the last one. She's like she's an entrepreneur. Yeah, but in this one, she's just working at sort of like a vintage jeans market.
Yeah, Abercrombie or whatever. I thought it was a fun setting.
I liked her boss. The she was sort of a sassy fat black lady.
Yeah,
when I feel
like I knew her.
The fat kid at one point shows up and says something off color, and she doesn't care. She just says, she directs him to the bathroom. It's over to the left, fatty. Something like that. I really liked that.
Yeah, I feel like I knew. I'm trying to find her. Sonia Eddy, is that her? Oh, she died 2022.
What? Why is everyone dead?
I don't know.
Did she die of COVID?
I'm not sure. She was a sales lady, so I think this might be her. But yeah, she was only 55 years old.
Too. Is
General
she
Hospital.
The nerd? No, the nanny from Billy Madison.
I don't know Billy Madison.
Let me look that up. Probably not. I'm probably being weird. Yeah, no, she's not that person. But
she's in Seinfeld.
Yeah, playing a character named Rebecca De Mornay.
Wait, yeah, what weird. The hell?
Yeah. But yeah, she's been in tons of shit. An episode of Gilmore Girls there. Probably saw her in that.
Beverly Hills 90210.
She played a cop on Felicity.
She's been in like everything.
Yeah, she's one of those faces. Oh, Surviving Christmas. I watch that every Christmas. One of my favorite Christmas films of all time. Oh, I kind of remember her from Gridiron Gang.
Really?
Yeah, I can picture
awesome.
that one. Now, she was never in Good Luck Chuck, Logan, but she was in Good Luck Charlie.
Okay, I like Good Luck Charlie. That's just as good. Almost.
You like anything with that title convention?
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Good Luck Charlie.
Here's what I know her from.
What?
She was on an FX show called Legit, and she was like a regular on that show. She was really funny on that.
Okay, she was too legit to quit. Basically.
Yeah, it was all right. It was Jim Jeffries' show. Do you know that guy?
No. We'll talk about her on VHS 99. So
all right, she's been a franchise.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, he takes the kids to Hooters.
Oh yeah, he did. I feel like a few times we spent like a lot of time at Hooters in this movie.
Yeah,
it was fun.
There's one funny scene where they sing "Cocaine," like the Clapton song "Cocaine" in the Hooters. Mm-hmm. But what I liked about it was I had a friend growing up, Josh, who you know,
Merlis.
Yeah, Merlis, and he every year would go to Hooters on his birthday, and his mom would take him, and we'd all go. Like he'd bring a few friends, and so like this didn't seem like off color to me. Like it was like, yeah, when I was that age, I went to a Hooters like for my friend's birthday.
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy. I think that is kind of the age when you go, is like when you're a little boy and you want to go to Hooters. Because I don't think any adults really go, do they?
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm sure tons of the clientele at Hooters are like weird pervs.
Really, I think it's like a thing that you do when it's like your kid wins a baseball tournament. And
I
you're
think
like,
that's
what do you
what,
want to do?
if a normal person goes to Hooters, it's a family thing. But I bet you there are like dudes in their 40s that like go on their lunch break from work
Yeah,
because like
that's
they
weird.
don't
I
want to
can't.
go to a strip club.
That's crazy, actually. But
Yeah.
you're probably right. Let me know if you're one of those good people.
Yeah. If you're one of those creeps, keep me posted. um, but what else you got?
I liked one part when we're talking about the team and we're like, we have to all work together and come up with some good rules for everybody. And then Coach Billy Bob says, "No, I'm a dictator like Hitler." I thought that was a pretty funny moment where he just like put it all out there.
Compares himself to Hitler.
Yeah, I laughed at that part.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tries to hire a little person to be on the team at one point.
Oh, I liked that joke. Yeah, that was good.
I forget what you call it.
They
but
catch him cheating, and then
put something
like,
in the
got
bats.
the little person on the yeah, he corks the bats.
Yeah, corking.
but
yeah.
But then the little person is on the bench, and he goes, "I think they're. I don't think this is gonna work out."
It reminded me of the bench warmers. There's a guy on the bench warmers who says he's 12 years old, but he's like
shit,
a
we'll have to
fully
cover
grown
that.
man. He's like a grown guy from Cuba or something. He's really good at baseball. He's like, I'm 12.
Oh, sure. Well, that's
a
a
funny
joke
movie.
in these kinds of the bench warmers. That's
I like the bench warmers.
Okay, great.
It is pretty funny. Yeah. I don't like that Rob Schneider's like
Marry,
being
fuck,
cool.
kill. David Spade, Rob Schneider, and
Heater.
John Heater.
What are the options? Marry, fuck, kill.
Yeah.
I think you have to kill.
Listen, there's only one answer for kill. If you don't get this, I mean, I don't know what to do with you.
Kill Schneider.
Kill Schneider, of course.
Marry Spade. Kiss Heater, I guess.
Kiss? Fuck.
Oh, fuck Heater. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm doing the PG version.
Yeah, I don't like that. But yes, that is the correct answer for the bench warmer.
But I don't. I
Marry,
feel
fuck,
terrible
kill.
about it.
Why? Because you fucked Napoleon Dynamite?
Just the whole thing. I don't want. No, I'm kissing him. I'm fucking Spade. I'm fucking Joe Dirt. Oh wait, no,
Marrying
it's
David
marrying.
Spade.
I'm so confused on this game. Yeah, I'm marrying Joe Dirt.
So you're fucking him for a lifetime.
Right, that'd be good.
I mean, David Spade, he's little and he's got
He's got
that
nice
blonde hair. Yeah, I feel like if you fuck him from behind, you could probably pretend it's a lady if you want to.
You'd really have to try. It's not as easy as just wanting to, and then it's over. That's real commitment.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, but I mean, like when he was young, like put young David Spade next to young Jamie Lee Curtis. There's not that big a difference.
I like what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. It just all right. It just goes on too long. It's kind of boring. It's the same movie as the first
Yeah,
one.
I feel like it was like 15 minutes longer than the first one. I don't know how that happened.
It is, and I think that's just because of Linklater, man. His pacing is always so lackadaisical, and it works in like indie films or whatever, but like it's odd in something as mainstream as this.
I agree. I want to give a shout out to Heelys. You familiar with those shoes?
Yes, I am.
Heelys.
They have little rolling things.
Yes, we mentioned like Ogilvy's not in this movie. There's like a new Indian kid who's obsessed with numbers. I think he's kind of like the Ogilvy replacement.
Yeah,
a
he's
little
the
bit.
Ogilvy, and he's pretty good.
He is good. He's the one that had the Heelys. I noticed that in the mall, there's a part where he starts like rolling around with his Heelys. It made me really
We're in
excited.
a mall in this movie.
Well, she has like a clothing store. It felt like that was in the mall.
I think it's a flea market.
Okay. But it felt like she had an establishment within like this other bigger establishment or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Healy. Shout out to Heelys. That was pretty cool. You ever have Heelys? You're probably too
no,
old,
that's
maybe.
way after my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had some. They were cool.
No,
There was a
but I
thing in
remember
school.
when
You had to
Heelys
stop
came-
wearing them. They like
Yeah. I think my mom told me that. My mom was a teacher, but like that was like a thing Heelys were like I was already like that. It was one of the things where I realized I was getting old because I was like that was like that seems lame to me, but like kids are all wearing those.
Yeah, they were big for me. I was like the
Like for
exact right
me,
age.
the version of that for me as a kid was those ones that light up when you walk, and also the pumps.
Yeah, those are both very cool at a certain age. And then
Yeah,
you like grow
yeah,
out of them kind of immediately. And you're like, those are dumb. Especially the
yeah.
light up ones.
Yeah, the light up ones, like really, you grow out of the. I feel like if someone bought me some pumps today, I'd wear them. Like the Young Bucks, the wrestlers, they just came out with Young Bucks branded pumps, and I would get it. Like I would never buy those for myself, but if someone like, oh, that's another thing I could put on my Amazon wish list,
Pumps.
guys. I really might make an Amazon wish list.
You should. That'd be fun. Send me the link. I'll start putting them on the episode descriptions.
Okay, cool.
We could put like microphones on there.
So what did we
get new
say?
microphones?
That's true. What was the first thing I said though?
I forget. I'll tell.
God damn it.
If I listen back and hear it, I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
let me know, man.
It was good though. I remember.
Yeah, yeah. All right. What do you give this movie?
I would give it a 3.
Me too.
Yeah, it's not as
But
good
if you,
as the
but
first one.
honestly, if you wanted to give this movie a 2, I wouldn't blame you. It's definitely not a 4.
I'm way more leaning to a 2 than a 4.
Me too. Yeah.
If I had to
but,
lean one way, but it's a 3.
but I'll give it a 3. It's amiable. Billy Bob's good. It's nice tribute to the original, and you know, I just like Linklater's cool, laid back vibe.
Some laughs. I laughed a
few
few
laughs. Yeah, yeah. I laughed a bunch of times. I would
times.
say.
And we didn't talk about new Kelly Leak. You like him?
No, he's my
Wasn't that big a
LVP.
fan.
I thought he had no fucking charisma whatsoever. He sucked.
Yeah, I basically agree with that. And he hasn't really done much of anything. Actually, he didn't do anything. So I guess we were.
He
right
might have
about
been a baseball player too. I don't know. But,
Yeah. His
yeah.
name is Jeffrey Davies. But yeah,
I bet he never befriended a Heim.
no, I doubt it. But I do want to. We mentioned her a second ago, Marcia Gay Harden. But I do want to give a shout out to her. I think she's good here. She's not gonna be my MVP, but I always like seeing her. She's
Always
cool.
loved Marcia Gay. Are you kidding me? She's classic.
Mhm.
You know, obviously my favorite Marcia Gay role is as the crazy lady in
Yeah.
The Mist.
I knew you were gonna
Yeah.
say that. That's a great one.
Yeah.
She's the mother in The Invisible. That's I always
You
mention that
love
movie.
bringing up the Invisible.
It's one of my favorites. Yeah, that's a good one. And so I think
What
that
she
might have
win
been
an
the first
Oscar
time.
for? Do you remember she won an Oscar at one point?
I do. It was for Marcia
Mystic River. Oh no, she was
Marcy
nominated for Mystic River, but she won for Pollock.
Oh wow. So she's
Yeah.
a esteemed actress.
She is
I thought she was like
two-time Oscar nominee, Marcia Gay Harden.
I always think of her as like she's like a real like film fans actor. Like not a lot of people know her, but if you've seen a lot of movies,
Yeah.
you know her.
I bet she's like an actor's actor.
An actor's actor. It's a good way to
Yeah.
put it. Yeah. She's like Philip Seymour Hoffman of women. That's chronic and crazy, actually. I don't want to say that. But
She should have
I always
gotten
love
some
her.
leads. How come Marcia Gay? Like I've never seen a movie that's like starring Marcia Gay Harden. I feel like
Look
she
at her
could probably
top
pull that
4.
shit off.
Her her IMDb top 4: Mystic River, The Mist. First of all, she likes Mist movies, The Mist, Mystic River, and then Pollock and Into the Wild. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Is she the
man,
mom in Into the Wild? Probably.
I guess I don't know, but yeah, she that's a nice little career there.
She's still going today. She's in So Help Me Todd on CBS.
Is
The guy
she?
from Pitch Perfect.
Oh yeah, you're right. Look, she's like the second lead on that movie.
Yeah.
I
Or it's a
mean, show. Yeah.
Skylar Aston. Yeah, they play mother and son.
Oh, it's also got Madeline Wise from Crashing. Maybe I should be watching So Help Me Todd. It's got a
Maybe.
good cast.
Maybe. Seems fun.
Guys,
watch
if you out there
Ghosts.
think I would, yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not opposed to watching a dumb fucking network television sitcom. So if you think I'd like So Help Me Todd, let me know.
Yeah, it's probably like I think it's like a detective thing. It's probably like that Kristen show. Kristen.
You think that's what it's about? Oh, you're right. It is a PI.
Yeah. What's her name?
He
Kristen Bell.
works as the in-house investigator for his mother, Marcia Gay Harden. So that's
I've
like
seen the previews.
it's sort of like 9JKL. It's like a dude forced to hang out with his parents.
Right. Yeah. It's been on for a few seasons.
Yeah, all right. Check it out, gang. All right. Who's your MVP?
I guess I'll go with Billy Bob. But Marcia Gay
Uh,
might be runner up. I enjoyed her a lot.
Yeah,
She's only in like 3 scenes.
Yeah, I'll go with Billy Bob too.
Yeah, good job to him. And LVP, we're going with Kelly Leak replacement.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, me too. Jeffrey Davies. Sorry.
All right, guys.
How do we rank
Program-
them?
Oh, 1, the remake, 2, 3.
I'm going 1, 2, the remake, 3.
Listen to this guy. Listen to this
Yeah.
guy. But I saw the Variety. I was reading like the reviews from 1978 when Japan came out, and I saw Variety said it's an improvement after the terrible second one, and I was like, possibly watch those 2 movies. I think this is better than that one.
Yeah, that's wild. It's crazy, like, viewing like older opinions of people, and you're like, you were like much older. Like, just because it was the past doesn't mean anything. Like, the people at the stage of their life, they're still older than me. They should be smarter than me. That's how I think about things a lot of times.
I do.
I'm like, just because it was the past doesn't mean you should be dumber than I am.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are we doing here? All right, guys, programming note on. Oh, well, first, next week on the show, we're taking the next 2 weeks to do some new shit. All right, so next week's episode, we're catching up on the Mad Max franchise with Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. By the way, hate that title.
Yeah.
And also the 4th Beverly Hills Cop movie, which is called Beverly Hills Cop Axel
F. I don't like
F.
either title.
Well, but that one at least is referencing the name of the song.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But whatever.
All right, and then the following week on the show, we're going to talk about the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and not Stranger Things. The Strangers Chapter 1 by Rennie Harlan. And then the week after that, we're going to do Twister. So that's the next few weeks on the show. All right.
Exciting.
Yeah. Good stuff coming up. And a note for the Patreon listeners, patreon.com/the franchise. It's only $5 a month. We're going, He Swift is going to be every other week now. We love doing that show, and it's a hit, gang. And we've got Hey, I'm Watching Here is going to, what would we say, bi-weekly? Or
we're going to do every other week for
every other week. Hey, I'm Watching Here. We're going to do every other week. And Sunday Night Wars is going to be every 3 weeks. That's the new schedule for that one. But this week's schedule for the Patreon is Sunday Night Wars with Beach Blast and SummerSlam 1993, with a little talk about the first ever ECW show. And we've got Buffy, which is still going to be a weekly show, that we'll talk about Billy on the Angel side of things and all the way on the Buffy side of things. And there will be a Hey, I'm Watching Here. And we will continue Comp Beasts as a weekly show until we've finished Big Brother, which we have like 2 seasons left.
Everything that Daniel just said is completely correct. So Hey, I'm Watching Here is going to be every other week. And the thing we're doing with wrestling is 1 week we're going to do wrestling. The next week we're going to do He Swift. The next week we're going to do something else.
Right.
So it'll be like every 3 weeks, like a 3-week cycle. Wrestling.
Yeah.
Taylor, something else. Wrestling, Taylor, something else. Wrestling.
No,
okay?
no. That's not what it's going to be at all.
Wait, what?
It's going to be Taylor wrestling, Taylor something else, Taylor wrestling, Taylor something else.
Okay, so I did get it confused. Okay, so exactly what Daniel just said there. Taylor wrestling, Taylor something else.
There you go.
So
patreon.com/the franchise. Thanks for listening, gang. And